represents all the wild species of cats in the world. There are 38 wild species. 3 are genetic splits, so they are very similar. So otherwise, there's 35. Oh, sorry about that. There are 35 species displayed here, broken into 3 broad geographic regions. This is the Americas here with the 3 Canadian species. The cougar, number 1 here, bobcat, number 3, and the lynx, which is on the post in the back. And then the center group is all the African cats, including the famous cheetah, lion, and leopard. And then the farthest group is Eurasian cats, including the famous tiger and snow leopard and a number of smaller species.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to the Essential Channel. I am Isabel Inclán, and I am here now at the Royal Ontario Museum with this exhibition about wild cats. I am with the curator, Kevin Seymour. Kevin, how are you?
I am all good.
Thanks for your time.
You're most welcome.
Showing this exhibition. So
yes.
We know we have like around 38 species of cats around the world. What else can we find in this exhibition?
So we do illustrate all the 38 species, but we also discuss why cats are so special, what parts of their anatomy and their behavior make them such special animals. And then we also show how people have adored cats for many millennia in many cultures, but also persecuted them and hunted them.
And I know the exhibition includes the behavior related to the cats in different cultures.
Yes.
So why some cats are like with mysteries or mythic?
It's because these animals are large and powerful and a little bit strange for humans. We don't really understand how cats work, and so they seem to be almost, well, in many cases, cultures worship them because they're strong and a little bit mysterious, as you have said. And so some cultures have made gods with cats, and they're strong. You know, a tiger can eat a person, and so people are a little scared of them, but they also think they're really beautiful, and they admire their power, and some cultures think they're very, very wise as well, smart animals.
Okay, and I know this exhibition is coming from the National History Museum in France.
Correct.
And was adapted by the ROM. How was the adaptation?
So what we did was we substituted in ROM taxidermy mounts where we could, so we could show our ROM material. Also the pelts of cats to show the hunting aspect of cats. And all of the cultural material here is from the ROM, with only a very few pieces that came from Paris. So the reason was Paris had borrowed all the cultural material from within France, and then they had to return it all, and they only sent us the natural history material. So it gave us the opportunity to show off the ROM collections. The ROM is a large museum with both natural history and world cultures and art collections. So we could show all of our cultural material and art as well as the natural history material.
Okay.
This is the section that explores how humans have affected wild cats. So wild cats are distributed throughout the world, but anywhere where there's a lot of people affect wild cats. So historically they've been hunted for their skins or their claws or their teeth to make jewelry. Such this example is a nice necklace from the 1800s of India made of tiger claws, and you can't get the claws without killing the tiger. And now, worse of all, is we're cutting down a lot of the habitat where wildcats live. So even if we try to protect them, we have to protect some habitat for them to live. So historically, people have hunted cats because their skin is very beautiful, and people wanted to make coats or boots or whatever out of the beautiful cats. But there were so many cats being killed for this purpose that the populations have dropped severely. So as of 1972, there's an international treaty that countries can sign up to try and protect the cats. And we show, the result of people hunting of the different species, but we also show that nowadays you can buy synthetic fur, such as this here, and that it feels nice and it looks like a cat, but there's no cat that is killed in order to make that fur. And these can be made very environmentally friendly too.
Okay, as we can see, this exhibition shows the bad behavior and the good behavior from humans to cats.
Yes.
And I know there is some behavior, probably bad behavior in humans in America and here in Ontario to cat declawing. What do
Yes.
you think about that?
Well, I would never declaw my cat. To me, a cat is essential, and their retractive claws are an essential part of their nature. And I just feel if I'm going to have this animal in my house, I'm going to let it be. And my furniture might get a little scratched up. And that's just what happens when you own a cat.
Okay, okay.
So this whole section is full of cultural objects from many cultures of the world, showing how people have adored cats or made gods of them or worshiped them for their power or strength or beauty. And in this area we have objects from many different cultures of the world, showing how all of people have done this. And a few of the objects are touchable, such as this guardian lion from China, so people can come and touch it, which is, you know, most of
Well,
our...
we
We see a little cat paw, then you know that you can touch it. And then there's a jaguar mask from Mexico, and there's a giant lion costume such as these ones here. So people get inside the costume.
This is from Chinese culture?
Yes. And there's also African cultures with the leopard, and South American cultures with the jaguar, and Egypt where they mummified cats, and South Asia where the tiger was worshipped. So many different cultures have worshipped
And
these cats,
including the
including an indigenous. This is the great lynx. So this is an Anishinaabeg piece. And finally, we talk about how cats now have come into culture for everything, for toys and slippers and all sorts of things. So,
And what about this figure? What can you tell us about this?
so the guardian lion is an important figure in Chinese culture, and they guard the entrances to temples and palaces, and you can even have small ones outside your house. And the ROM has two very large stone lions out on Queen's Park. From this culture, and there's also a case of some of the smaller guardian lions here from China.
Thank you so much for your time to show us this exhibition. And what about if you invite our public from the Essential Channel, invite them to come to see this exhibition, Wild Cats, from June 15th until October 20th.
Over 20th, yes.
What can you say? What can you
Well, I hope you come and see the exhibit. It's a really nice example of an exhibit where we combine natural history and world cultures. So most museums display one thing or the other, but here you get to see the wild behavior of cats and also how humans have adored and persecuted cats over the millennia.
Okay. Kevin, thank you so much for your time.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for being here. And see you in the next program, The Essential Channel. Thank you.